Welcome to this explainer. Right now, we're taking the incredibly complex requirements of ISO/IEC 42001-2023 and, well, boiling them down into a clear, actionable blueprint for developing the human competency required to safely manage AI systems. We hear so much about the technology itself, right? The algorithms, the massive data sets, the raw processing power. But the truth is, the most advanced AI system is really only as reliable as the people governing it. So today, we're going to unpack exactly how you build, train, and document a team that's actually capable of handling these incredible tools responsibly.
Here is our roadmap for today. First, the human element of AI. Second, technical and ethical skills. Third, designing AI training programs. And finally, documenting competency for audits. Okay, let's jump right in. Section 1. The human element of AI, or why human competency is the ultimate AI safeguard. Think about this for a second. The effectiveness of AI systems heavily depends not just on the technology itself, but on the people who design, deploy, and manage these systems. Whether you're an AI developer writing the code, an IT manager deploying the server, or a lead auditor checking compliance, you are the critical firewall protecting society from AI risks. The ISO standard explicitly recognizes that machines don't just govern themselves, humans do.
So, what does ISO 42011 actually mean by competency? Well, it defines it as the combination of technical knowledge, audit skills, practical experience, interpersonal skills, and critical thinking required to manage and evaluate AI systems effectively. It's basically a multifaceted toolkit. You need the hard technical chops to understand exactly what algorithms are doing, sure, but combined with the soft interpersonal skills to communicate those risks to stakeholders. You can't just be a brilliant coder who ignores real-world impacts, and you can't just be an ethicist who doesn't understand data drift. You really need the whole shebang.
Moving right along to Section 2, Technical and Ethical Skills, the dual nature of the AI professional.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. Look at how the technical requirements contrast directly with the ethical ones. On the technical side, you've got heavy lifting like understanding ML algorithms, vulnerability and security testing, data science and quality validation, and identifying model drift. But right across from that, you've got the ethical mandates, mitigating demographic bias, ensuring AI transparency, GDPR compliance, and enforcing human-centric design. For developers and auditors alike, these aren't two separate jobs anymore. A developer has to know how to build the model, yes, but also how to make it transparent. An auditor has to know how to check for security flaws and demographic bias.
Let's put this into perspective with a real-world application. Imagine a healthcare diagnostic AI. Now, a developer absolutely needs the technical prowess to train a complex medical algorithm to spot anomalies. But without the ethical oversight to guarantee that the training data represents all demographics fairly, that AI might work perfectly for one patient group and fail miserably on another. That's a massive risk, right? And it's exactly why competency absolutely requires this dual nature.
Section 3. Designing AI training programs. Structuring organizational education.
So, to satisfy the ISO standard, your training program needs to logically step through these 5 core modules. Step 1, AI risk management. Step 2, governance and organization. Step 3, legal and regulatory frameworks. Step 4, ethical AI design. And Step 5, AI lifecycle management. You can't just throw a generic 15-minute compliance video at your AI engineers and call it a day. The training has to be a structured, purposeful journey through these 5 distinct areas.
Let's zoom in on Step 1, AI risk management. Your curriculum has to be highly specific here. We're talking about training for model failures and algorithmic errors, data security vulnerabilities, ethical risks like bias and discrimination, legal and operational risks, and continuous monitoring techniques. Your team needs to understand the very specific failure modes of AI, not just your run-of-the-mill IT security. Furthermore, the ethical design modules have to specifically teach developers how to make black box models transparent and explainable to everyday users. If your AI denies a customer a loan or flags a resume, your team needs the training to build systems that can actually explain exactly why that decision was made. Transparency isn't just an accident. It's a very intentional, highly trained skill.
And we can't forget the legal side. Employees must be explicitly trained on jurisdiction-specific data protection laws, think GDPR or CCPA, and industry regulations like HIPAA for healthcare AI. When you're feeding massive datasets into a machine learning model, the risk of a privacy violation absolutely skyrockets. Your training programs have to make certain that data scientists and developers understand the exact legal boundaries of the jurisdictions they operate in.
Which brings us to Section 4, Documenting Competency for Audits. Proving your capabilities to a lead auditor.
Because you see, in the world of ISO 42001, if a competency isn't thoroughly documented, an auditor will just assume it doesn't exist. You have to maintain essential audit documentation. This includes training records and attendee lists, certifications of personnel, competency matrices for specific AI roles, pre- and post-training evaluations, and formal skills assessments. When a lead auditor walks in, they're going to ask to see the exact paper trail proving that the engineer who built your predictive algorithm is actually qualified to oversee it safely.
Let's look at how this plays out in a real audit scenario. Say you use an AI HR recruitment tool for hiring. The organization must document staff training on gender bias and actually provide evaluation results proving that their awareness improved. It's not enough to just say, oh yeah, we held a meeting about our algorithm. No way. You have to document that the meeting occurred, test the staff on the concepts, and prove that their understanding of the system actually changed because of that training.
And here's a crucial point. All of this competency and training documentation must be version controlled, periodically reviewed, and protected under strict access controls within your information security management system. Basically, these records are sensitive assets themselves. Your competency matrices and training logs can't just live in a random, forgotten spreadsheet on someone's desktop. They are the evidentiary backbone of your entire AI governance strategy.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one vital question to ask yourself. Is your organization's AI evolving faster than your team's competency? It's something you really need to evaluate. Implementing the ISO 42001 blueprint ensures that the human beings behind the curtain are just as sophisticated and capable as the artificial intelligence they manage. Keep learning, keep documenting, and I'll see you in the next explainer.